Hello,
And we are
everybody.
live. Yes. Hi,
Hi, Annie.
everybody, and welcome. Welcome. I'm here with the wonderful Dr. Sanjeev, and we have a call in store for you. We just hopped off of a gentleman's club um, call series that we're both facilitating together, and so much change, so much change. So we're going to bring that energy into this call. How did you all get so lucky? Dr. Sanjeev, do you want to tell us a little bit more about yourself?
Hi, everybody. My name is Dr. Sanjeev, and I'm from India. And I'm the youngest Access Consciousness certified facilitator here. I just graduated from medical school, and it was during my final year of MBBS medical school when I started doing Access. And now it's just been an amazing journey. And it's been like, it's actually been a year and a half or 2 years since I started with Access. Yeah, my first bars class was like 1.5 years ago, and like it's been so fast. And it's been 6 months since I've been a certified facilitator of, not even, yeah, 5 to 6 months since I've been an Access Consciousness certified facilitator, and I've been having a lot of fun. And Annie is helping me to grow in so many ways than one. She's like, we've been co-creating classes and like learning, growing, leaping, asking questions, gaining awareness. We want to invite you guys to that space with regards to love, sex, jealousy, and peace, because this seems to be one area where people have a lot of stuck in this area. Many people, and hopefully we can create some awareness and lightness at the end of this conversation. What do you think, Annie?
Yes, awareness and lightness, because I don't know about you, but love, sex, jealousy, especially, don't really have a lot of lightness to it. So,
So
how can,
yeah,
yeah. So,
let's
what
ask
do
a
you have to say about
question.
that?
I think we can start asking questions around this, and we'll see what awareness we get at. So, what is jealousy? What is jealousy? Let's start right there.
Okay. Well, do we want to go about it from this reality's perception of what jealousy is, or
Yeah, we could start
because
there. We could start by poking and podding
okay,
everything that we know about jealousy, and hopefully we can get to a space of awareness beyond this reality. So, what is jealousy?
okay. So, just really quick, if you're new to access consciousness, what he was just talking about with the POC and POD, that's actually part of the clearing statement. And you can have more information about that on theclearingstatement.com.
Yep, and it's passing right by like this. Oh, wait, like this.
Yeah. And yeah, so you were talking about jealousy
Yeah,
and
what is it?
um, what is it in this reality? Is it like competition? Another word that comes up is envy. So what is it actually about jealousy that drives people crazy and doing like all these weird things, right?
And everything that came up can be destroyed and uncreate it all.
Yeah,
Right and
right,
wrong, good and
wrong, good,
bad.
bad. Pada pak all night just with me on.
That's the
We'll get the
clearance
hang of
statement.
this.
Yep.
Yeah.
So what else is jealousy? What have we defined as jealousy that is not, and what have we defined as not jealousy that is?
Hmm.
Everything that is can be
Yeah.
destroyed and uncreate it all.
Yes. Right, wrong, good, bad, pada pak all night, truth, voice, and beyond. And let me actually look up the meaning of jealousy really quick so we can have um, the state or feeling of being jealous. There's a lot of similar words: envy, desire, resentment, bitterness, discontent, spite, grudge, the green eyed monster, suspicion, distrust, mistrust, doubt, insecurity, anxiety, defensiveness, vigilance, mindfulness, care, and attentiveness. Wow, I didn't know care is also jealousy.
Everywhere we've
And
defined misidentified and misapplied care as jealousy. Can we destroy and uncreate it all, please?
yes, right, wrong, good, bad, fuck, all nine shirts, voice, and beyond. And the opposite is admiration. affection, pride, trust, understanding, unconcern, carelessness. Wow.
What if jealousy was the admiration that you're not willing to have?
Hmm.
What if when somebody
And
says, I'm jealous of you, they actually mean I admire you? And it's like they cannot have the admiration in their world, and therefore they must do this distortion of admiration into something called jealousy. What if jealousy was an admiration that somebody is not willing to have?
yeah. And it's from the Middle English and the Old French and medieval Latin, celusos, which is celis. Wow.
Which is what?
Celis. So celis is actually having or showing feel. So it's you know, like what you were talking about earlier, which is like someone who's very zealous. They're really for something. So jealousy is actually, wow, the old, like we're going into medieval Latin now, zealous, and it's the similar words are passionate, impassioned, devout, dedicated, committed, devout, enthusiastic, eager, keen, avid, sincere, wholehearted, hearty, earnest, vigorous, energetic, zestful, purposeful. That's a completely different
Jealousy
definition
from a
of what,
different reality.
yeah.
What if jealousy was a possibility that you're not willing to have? You know, you see your
Mm-hmm.
best friend choose something, and you're aware that you could choose it too, and now you're feeling jealous. What if every time you felt jealous, you could ask yourself, okay, what's the possibility here I'm aware of that I'm not willing to choose?
Mm-hmm.
Everything that is,
And
you just trying to
yeah,
create.
right, wrong, good, bad, pop, all nine tricks, boys and beyond. And so this whole series that we're doing about love, sex, jealousy, and peace is actually based on the book Living Beyond Distraction. And one of the things that came up in the book is that envy is actually what we usually misidentify as jealousy. And envy is when you see someone and you want to have that, what they have. Okay. And from, the old definition, medieval Latin definition of jealousy, the root of the word actually means to be committed to be, what you were talking about, like something that you see, wow, I like that. Let's like have more of that, or can I have that kind of energy, which is
What
really
if jealousy was
strange.
also what if jealousy was also the unwillingness to change and allow things to change? Because now if you had to step up and make a different choice, so for example,
Mm-hmm.
you have a friend that is choosing to be way greater than what you thought he or she was, then you have to if you are not willing to have him change on you like that, you have to hold
Mm-hmm.
on to jealousy. And if you are not willing to change, because if you first, envy is like the feedback system that your awareness is giving you, that hey, here's a possibility I could choose. But if in your resistance to change, if there's a resistance to change, you have to bastardize, or you got to like gallop that envy into jealousy, so that you can like guard it preciously, guard
Mm-hmm.
your current reality so preciously, so that you do not have to change
Yeah. So if
anything.
yes, right,
Envy
wrong, good, bad,
identifies you
buck, all nine
online
tricks,
checking.
boys and beyond. So if any of you here have any questions for us, just put it in the chat. We can see it. There's a few people saying hi.
Hi.
Hola from Namrata. Here, we'll show your face too. Hi.
Hi,
And
Namrata.
then Joseph is saying good evening. And then Sunita is saying hello. And we're getting thank you from Theo. So just post your question and then we'll get to it. So do we want to move on to something else, or do we
What is
want to
peace?
keep
Let's look at peace.
peace?
Okay.
Yes.
So, if you look at this world, if you look at the world at a molecular level, I'm also a student of chemistry. Like I studied chemistry for 3 years, and there's something called thermodynamics in chemistry, which
Mhm.
kind of tells us that every particle is essentially moving towards something called entropy. Entropy is a
Mhm.
nature of any system. Any system. A system could be a family, your family. A system could be an organization. System could even be your shelf, your wardrobe that you're trying to arrange. You're trying to create order, but eventually it's going towards chaos. You see, very organically, you arrange your shelf, you arrange your cupboard. Within a week, it gets messy again. Why does it get messy? Why does your room get messy? Why does any kind of a order that is trying to be impelled upon a family doesn't work? Because family want each member of the family wants to go their own direction. In an
Mhm.
organization, imposing order doesn't work because everything is essentially moving towards chaos. So peace as order does not exist in this reality because the very nature of this universe is chaos. Everything is expanding in terms of chaos. This is the third law of thermodynamics, which is entropy. Like look at the Big Bang, okay? When everything was like a cloud and it just like boom expanded, it's chaos happening, right? So that's why in Access Consciousness we say chaos is the source of creation. The more and more you're
Mhm.
willing to embrace chaos and instill chaos into your business, instill chaos into your relationship, instill chaos into your family, the more and more fun and creation you can have. But if you're in the pursuit of peace, so how many lifetimes have you been in the pursuit of peace that never existed in the universe? Everything that is times a gaussian
Mhm.
can destroy and create it all.
Yes, right, wrong, good, bad, plus, plus, online, truth, voice, and beyond. And can you talk more about that? Why are we in pursuit of something that doesn't exist?
That's why it's a distracted implant. So any religion or any cult, okay. So every time there is something little beyond the reach of the mind, the human brain thinks that it is something so what do I say, so significant and so
Mhm.
precious, but it's actually sometimes there are religions based entirely on love, and they say everything is about love. You got to understand love, but nobody understands love. Nobody, because people have a gazillion billion definitions to love, and their entire pursuit of love, they waste whole lifetimes chasing love rather than creating their
Mhm.
life. They are chasing a love or chasing or waiting for love to happen, waiting for how many, like how much of your awareness do you have to cut off in the name of love? And what if awareness is about seeing the good, bad, and ugly in people and not about loving people for only the perfection that you expect them to be? you know
Yeah.
Similar thing is with peace. Nobody gets what peace actually is as an external reality because it does not exist. Peace, what if it's more of an internal state rather than creating harmony in society? And how many of you are trying to fix the conflict between your parents to create peace and harmony in your home, and you are still trying to fix that conflict in your life with your relationship? Everything that
Mhm.
brought up, can you destroy and
Yeah.
uncreate it?
Yes. Right. And wrong, good, and bad, fun and plus, online, truth, voice, and beyond. So when you're talking about peace, like the closest thing I could even imagine about where you can find that in the universe is in nature. Like when you're just alone in nature, like you're by a waterfall or you're in the middle of a forest, that's the closest thing I can imagine to having peace. And so many people are like seeking that outside and in relationship and all of the other things that they're seeking it.
And that's why I think if we are seeking peace, we have to go to a cave. You have to go to a forest or go to a cave if you want peace. Peace doesn't exist in this reality. It's something beyond this
So,
reality that if you
yeah,
are in the pursuit of which you are, you're actually in a wild goose chase. Every distracted implant is actually a wild goose chase. A wild goose chase is like hunting for a treasure with an imaginary treasure map. Neither does a treasure exist nor does a trail real. So you're stuck in circles. That's called a wild goose chase. All the distracted implants are like that.
yeah. And it's really keeping you from seeing what's true for you. So we have a question. Can you talk about self-love?
Yeah. So self-love is again a concept that is not real, because you cannot see and perceive what you are being. Okay, self-love is a very favorite metaphysical concept. They're like, oh, you need to have self-love. You need to have self-love. What do you love about you? You must love certain thing about you. See, it's like when you are a fish, you're not aware of the water because that's part of your reality. Same way, when you are breathing, you're not aware of the air. In the same way, you cannot see what you're being. So at many times, there is a brilliance of you which is so natural for you that if you try to kind of validate it, you have to solidify it, or you need to seek that validation from outside. So you cannot see what you're being. So self love is once again an invention. There is no such thing as self love. It's an invention. What you got to look at is acknowledge. So you
Mm-hmm.
can't look at oxygen and hydrogen per se, but you can look at the effects of oxygen and hydrogen, what they create. Okay, same way, you cannot directly perceive your brilliance, but you can perhaps look at the way you are creating a difference in the world. So rather than self love, I would move to acknowledgement.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
you you cannot perceive and validate and solidify and define who you're being, but you can acknowledge. So you can rather go to acknowledgement of you, but you won't even be able to do that because you're so brilliant, so naturally so brilliant, that it's so hard for you to be like, oh, is this really so amazing about me? It's so easy for me, but everybody's saying it's amazing. So that's where you can ask, okay, what beyond this reality acknowledgement can I be with myself? I
Mm-hmm.
would suggest you could go for acknowledgement. That's easier, and that's kind of lighter than self love. you know
Yeah.
I
And
think
she's saying she agrees with what you're saying, and thank you for explaining that about self-love. So,
thank you.
there's another question about what's peace beyond this reality like?
I don't know.
We're not there yet, so we're still on the journey. So,
So I don't even. So honestly, I've never asked for peace. I'm asking for more and more chaos actually, because it's like ever since I was a kid, I used to hate I used to hate peace, like peace or silence or whatever. It's like I want to keep dancing all the time. I want to keep moving all the time. I want to keep creating all the time. I want to embrace the chaos of creation. It's like I love it when I put somebody into question. Gary does that. Gary taught me how to do it. How do you put somebody into question? So when you're putting somebody into question, you are instilling chaos into the universe, which is actually creating possibilities in the universe. It's like when you're being chaos and you're instilling chaos wherever you are wedging everybody into consciousness. It's like actually look at it. If you're able to make somebody jealous of you, you're actually inspiring them and instilling a question into the universe.
mhm.
If they choose it,
That's
they get to be a better version. But if they're not willing to change, then they are going to hold on to their previous version very jealously, and that's not your fault.
and that's a brilliant answer from Seal. So cool. Um, what else? Where else can we go with this? So we talked about love, we talked about jealousy, we talked about peace. There's a
We didn't talk
three-letter
about,
word that we haven't touched yet.
we didn't
Shall
talk
we
about
go there?
yeah,
So
what energy,
sex.
space, consciousness, and choice, magic, miracle, mysteries, and possibilities can we and our bodies be to generate, create, and institute sex as a way of pleasure than suffering. Everything that is transcosm can be destroyed and created all.
Right, wrong, good, that, the fuck, all nine shows to boys and beyond. Definitely don't run that. That seems like a clearing that's too fun for this reality.
So it's like like we do sex from either from a distractor implant as a compulsive need sometimes. Oh, I must have sex with that person. Notice I must have sex with that person does not is not a question. It's a
Yeah.
conclusion. Or she would love to have sex with me. That's again a conclusion. The question
Mhm.
you could be going is, okay, would this person enjoy sex? What would this person be like in bed? Got to ask yourself these questions. Or if
And
you're,
would it be a contribution,
would it be a
like to my
contribution?
body or that person's body, right?
Yep. Yep. And what we, so in this reality, every porn flick that you ever watch is about sex from a place of attraction. Not only porn flicks, even movies. Sex from a place of attraction. You look at somebody, you're attracted to them, boom, you must have sex. That's the drive. That is what the hormone testosterone is designed to do. Right? It's designed to drive you to want to have sex with that person. Okay? That's what builds the attraction, the chemistry, right? But awareness is gone for a toss over the fence, over the window. So what instead you could be asking for is you could be asking for pursuing pleasure rather than, oh, I'm attracted to this person, let's go there. You Shannon O'Hara, the daughter of Gary Douglas, who she's an amazing facilitator of access consciousness, and she's a Talk to the Entities. She's the founder of Talk to the Entities. She says that if you're ever attracted to somebody, turn the opposite direction and run, because attraction is a contraction, pleasure
Mm,
is an expansion. You want to ask for pleasure. Who would be pleasurable to play with? Who would add more pleasure to my life?
okay.
You want to train your body to experience pleasure, like 20 minutes every day. Do something pleasurable for your body. It could be touching your body in places. It could be, it could be getting a massage. It could be rubbing oil on your body, or it could be going for a walk on the grass, or anything that's pleasurable for your body. And sex is also when you're walking and you're swaying your hips and you're feeling like, I am pulling a lot of energy and I'm feeling
Mhm.
confident and I am the sexiest Greek god on planet Earth. That feeling, that energy. What if you walked every time you went on streets? So try out this exercise, like walk on the streets and pull energy from everybody, including the judgments, including their
Mhm.
lust. Receive all of that. Pull in all those energies into your body and walk, and just sway your hips and walk, and just, strut your body, and just notice how the body feels, because the body actually enjoys that kind of sex.
And it's all about receiving of those energies, right? So there was something that came up when you were talking about, whenever you're attracted to someone, to run away, go the other direction, like stay away. So what happens if when you first meet, you don't have that attraction, and then you start getting to know that person, and then you start having that attraction? Then is it still run away, or is it you're becoming more conscious of who they are and you're actually wanting a communion with them instead of a relationship?
So we could ask these questions. We could ask, okay, can they receive me? Can I receive them?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
What is this relationship? If we went to a relationship, what exactly is this going to look like? And have a deal and
Mm-hmm.
deliver. What do they expect from me? Can I deliver that? What do I
Mm-hmm.
expect from them? Can they deliver that? Or
True.
if you're going towards sex, then okay, will it be easy? Will it be fun?
Mm-hmm.
Will we both be grateful? And will we learn something?
And this is actually the question that someone had. What if you don't get clarity regarding what would this person be like in bed? What more questions can we ask for clarity?
So you can poke and pod yourself. You can do everything that does not allow me to have clarity and ease over here. I destroy and uncreate it all. And all my projections, expectations, judgments, and rejection of what this person should be, I destroy and uncreate all of that. And once you destroy and uncreate all of that, it's almost like a layer goes away. And once you keep clearing that, then you'll get even
Yeah,
more awareness. So it's not like,
yeah.
oh, is this a wrong question? Maybe there should be a right question. There's no right question, wrong question. It's just uh, removing layers. Every question is designed to remove
Mm-hmm.
certain layers and to get you to look at the same thing from a different angle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And the more
If you're not,
awareness you have, the more clarity you'll
yeah,
get.
and if you're not
Directly.
really getting it, maybe you're in your head. So maybe you want to ask your body. You could be like, hey body, can you give me a sensation? So I would love for each one of us to like start practicing connecting with the body and practicing body
Mhm.
sensations, so notice when you're eating a food that you really love and enjoy, your body is giving a food gasm, right? So that sensation, okay, and ask your
Mhm.
body, okay body, can you show me every time you there is somebody who is pleasurable, can you give me the signal? So you start talking to your body, and whenever you meet somebody, anytime your body feels like a food gasm and not like a craving, okay? So
Mhm.
notice that craving, like, notice that, suppose there's somebody showing up and you crave to have sex with them. What does that feel like in the body? It feels like an urge.
Mhm.
It feels like an intensity that's a contraction. Get the sense
Yeah.
of that, and get a sense of when you're in the presence of some people. So there must be some people in your life, when you're spending time with them, it just feels very easy. You can talk about anything. It's so easy to be around them, and you look forward to talking to them, and it's you can say anything, you can be anything. That kind of people, they're called the no counts. Okay, they are
Mhm.
called the no counts. Okay, and what if you ask for them, more of such people to show up in your life, and notice that energy of what it's like to be around them. It's more spacious, it's more expansive. It's definitely not attraction contraction, it's more expansion. So what would it be
Yeah.
like for more of such people to show up?
So she's thanking you for clarity.
Thank you.
So this is really cool. I love how we could just post the comments up here. So thank you for your comments. It's such a contribution.
Thank you.
So uh, yeah, you hit upon one thing that stood out for me, which was the kind of like the contraction, attraction, repulsion thing. And is there anything more you can talk about regarding that? Or
I think we are addicted to pain. I
mm,
think we are
yeah.
addicted to pain. I think we are addicted to suffering. I think we are
Mm,
addicted to struggle. Discovered this recently. I was doing a poll, like I was doing a webinar, I was doing a Zoom, and I discovered this new feature on Zoom where there's a polling option, right? So I created a question with options for there were like 100 to 150 people on my Zoom, and I wanted to understand, just wanted to get a sense of where people are at, right? So I just created a question. So there is one newspaper article about how one boy or one man inherited millions of dollars from his father. He just inherited it. And then there is another story of a rags to riches, where there was a somebody who struggled from their poverty, and they struggled, and then they got hurt and rejected, and then finally they made it in life. And then I said, there are two cover stories like this, which one would you like to read? Can you believe me, 90% of my sample population wanted to read the story of the rags to riches struggle, pain, suffering story. Only 10% of them people wanted to read about somebody who just sat back and just received things with a lot of ease.
that's probably why most of those people hide, right?
Yep.
They're not received. So cool. This is such a great call. We have a few more minutes. So if anybody else has some last minute questions, oh, there's a question that I kind of missed. What can I be or do to receive myself?
So
And then we can start wrapping up.
that's a great question. That's a great question you can ask yourself. And you can see any. So how do I learn things? Like initially I do still continue to read a lot of books, and I thought reading books was my only source of learning. But what if you can ask the universe to teach you? What if you started your day by going like, universe, can you show me what it's going to be like to receive me? And what if the universe could create events or people for you to show you what it looks like to be received and to receive yourself? What if the universe
Mm-hmm.
can show you that? What if you could ask the universe? So there was this question, like, I was playing with this question. One fine day I woke up and I'm like, universe, show me the value of me. Okay, on that particular day when I went to my hospital, it's like everybody wanted to talk to me. When I went to my canteen, people wanted to sit next to me. Like all of a sudden this is like treating me like a prince, and I was like, okay, so the universe is showing me something. And then there was something that I spoke to somebody, and they came up and told me, you know what, you're very precious, because whenever we talk to you, we actually feel so good about ourselves. I was like, wow, I'm actually discovering the value of me. And that was the universe showing me on that day, because I asked the universe, today, can you show me what's the value of me? So Zeal, what if you be like, universe, can you show me what it's going to be like to receive me, and what the universe can show you?
Yeah, cool. So thank you so much for being with us, and thank you everybody for watching this. We have a group. It's You could just search it on Facebook. It's called Love, Sex, Jealousy, and Peace. We'll be having more of these kinds of conversation about love, sex, jealousy, and peace. And Dr. Sanjeev, do you have anything that you would like to invite people to?
I think Annie. I would like to invite all of you guys to attend all the classes with Annie. Annie is amazing, and everybody, please join her group, Love, Sex, Jealousy, and Peace. She's doing some great work, and also like her Facebook page. It's Annie Lit May, right? Your Facebook page.
Something like that.
Huh?
So,
Yeah, yeah.
Seal is saying you are a catalyst to change,
She definitely is.
and
Thank you, Annie. Thank you so much,
got you.
Annie,
Thank
for
you.
creating this, and thank you, everybody.
Okay, so bye everyone.
Bye, everyone.